Before we dive in, make sure you stay with me until the very end of this video. I have something special waiting for all the multi-talented people out there that will help you turn your distractions into a career. You don't want to miss it. In our last talk, we looked at why so many people quit their hobbies. We talked about the brain science of sticking with things and how to build the grit muscle to push through hard times. But for some of you, a different problem came up. What if you aren't afraid of hard work? What if your problem is that you have too many things you want to do? You look at your life and see 10 different paths, and they all feel like you. You aren't lazy. You are paralyzed by choice. This is the scanner's dilemma. It's the feeling that you could be anything if you could just pick one thing. Society calls people like you a jack of all trades, master of none. This label creates so much anxiety. It makes you feel like your curiosity, your greatest strength, is actually a career weakness. Today we're going to fix that. We're going to look at a new way to build a career for people who were never meant to do just one thing. The trap of the specialist. For the last 100 years, the world loved specialists. The world was predictable, like a game of chess. If you studied one narrow field for a long time, you won. This is a kind environment where rules don't change. This is the I-shaped person, one deep pillar of knowledge. But today's world is wicked. The rules change constantly. Patterns are hard to see. Think of a golfer versus a firefighter. A golfer is in a kind environment. The ball and the grass stay the same. A firefighter is in a wicked environment. Every fire is different, and the old rules might not work. In a wicked world, being a hyper-specialist can actually be dangerous because you have blind spots. We need specialists, but that isn't the only way to be successful. If your brain is built to explore, you shouldn't feel like a failure for not fitting into a single box. The shape of you? To build a life that fits your brain, stop thinking about job titles and start thinking about shapes. The I shape, the specialist, deep but narrow, the dash shape, minus. This is the trap. You know a little about everything but have no real skills. This causes anxiety because you have no solid ground to stand on. The M shape, the polymath. This is your goal. Imagine one leg of the M is data science that pays the bills. The second leg is storytelling. You've mastered that too. The top bar of the M is your interest in history, psychology, and art. Now, you aren't just a bored data scientist. You are the rare person who can take complex data and turn it into a story that a CEO can understand. That combination is your superpower. The power of FAR transfer specialists use near transfer, applying a skill to a very similar problem. But people like you use FAR transfer. You see a pattern in one field and apply it to a completely different one. A gardener might see a pattern in root systems and use it to fix a computer network. A musician might see a pattern in rhythm and use it to write better software code. All those random interests you have are actually a library of metaphors. They help you solve problems that specialists can't even see. How to build the M-shaped life. You need a strategy to avoid becoming a dash shape, shallow. 1. Serial mastery. Don't try to learn everything at once. Pick one pillar and commit to it for 6 to 18 months. Don't worry about forever. Just choose for this season. Pick the one that provides stability or the one you are most excited about right now. Learn it until you are 80% good, fluent enough to solve problems without help. When you finish, you aren't quitting, you're graduating to your next pillar. 2. The strategic day job. Many geniuses like Albert Einstein had boring day jobs. He worked in a patent office. It was stable and didn't drain his brain, which left him with energy to think about the universe. If your job takes 110% of your energy, you have nothing left for your other pillars. Sometimes, a good enough job is the best tool for a polymath. 3. An external brain. Your mind is a factory for ideas, but your memory is a very small workbench. If you don't write your ideas down, you get overwhelmed. Use a system like Notion or Obsidian to save your obsessions. If you get interested in ancient Rome for a month, take notes and then let it go. 3 years later, those notes might be the key to a project you're working on. Conclusion: you are not a dabbler who lacks grit. You are a scanner. Your brain is a bridge between different worlds. This path isn't always easy, but having a map helps. Pick your first pillar, build it with focus, use your job as a platform, not a cage. Build a system to hold your ideas. You weren't born to master one thing. You were born to see how everything connects. To help you start, I've made a free PDF called The Polymath Field Guide. It will help you audit your interests and design your M-shaped career. Click the link in the description to get it, and if you feel like your problem is actually that you quit when things get hard, check out our previous video on grit. It will help you build that first pillar. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.